Terminology errors will lose you marks in A-level biology, so make sure you don't repeat these 10 common errors. They will lose you marks in all papers, and in the AQA Paper 3 essay, just 2 of these errors could cap your essay at 15 marks, regardless of how amazing your essay is. You may have seen these on YouTube Shorts if you are subscribed to the channel. Hopefully you realise what was wrong with the statements, but let's check by running through my top 10 errors now. So here, oh dear, water diffuses up the xylem? No, we cannot say that water diffuses up the xylem because diffusion, as we know, is the movement of a substance from high to low concentration. Water is actually pulled up the xylem by the tension created by the evaporation of water molecules from the stomata and the cohesion between water molecules forming our continuous transpiration stream. So error number 9, transpiration happens from roots to leaves. Here there is a clear lack of understanding of the definition of transpiration. Transpiration is the evaporation of water molecules from the leaf stomata. Water uptake in the roots is not transpiration. The transpiration stream, however, does run from root to leaf. Error number 8, small molecules diffuse into the filtrate during ultrafiltration. Now here we have a common error where students often think all molecules move either by active transport or diffusion. In the kidney, the filtrate is actually formed by filtration, where high hydrostatic pressure forces the small molecules out of the blood. And remember, this high hydrostatic pressure is generated by the lumen of the efferent arteriole being narrower than the afferent arteriole lumen. Molecules are not passively moving down a concentration gradient in ultrafiltration. Top error number 7 is oxygen is pumped into the blood. Now, students naturally want to use the word pump because the heart acts to pump blood around the body. But to say that oxygen is pumped suggests that there is an active process happening using energy from ATP, and this is scientifically inaccurate. Oxygen diffuses passively down a concentration gradient. Top error number 6, using the term gene instead of allele. Organisms of a species all have the same genes, but mutation produces different alleles, different versions of a gene, and these could be advantageous and provide a selection advantage. Genes aren't advantageous, alleles can be. Top error number 5, ATP is hydrolyzed to produce energy. Now, you would not even have been able to get away with this at GCSE. The law of conservation of energy states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. You cannot say produce, as essentially you are saying create energy here. Now, you can produce ATP, but you release energy from ATP. Top error number 4 is a mix-up of terminology. Relevant terms, but used in the wrong context. Glucagon is the hormone that signals to cells via the second messenger system to increase glycogenolysis, to increase the availability of glucose. Here the student has mixed up glucagon with glycogen. Glycogen is the storage carbohydrate broken down during glycogenolysis. And look at the student's spelling of glycogenolysis. That U instead of a Y changes the meaning of the term and suggests glucose is being broken down. So whenever you are writing these terms, gluconeogenesis, glycogenesis, glycogenolysis and glucagon, please make sure you double check your spelling, as it is so easily done and you will lose the mark. So on to our top 3 errors, and number 3 is a miswording of the function of the enzyme DNA polymerase. DNA polymerase catalyses phosphodiester bonds between the sugar and the phosphate of DNA nucleotides during semi-conservative replication. The phosphodiester bonds are not formed between the bases. Now, top error number 2. So many students made this error in the summer 2025 essay on hydrolysis and condensation reactions. Light energy is used to hydrolyze water. Or is it? No, it's not. This error shows a fundamental lack of understanding of what hydrolysis is. Remember, a hydrolysis reaction is a reaction where a molecule of water is used to break a chemical bond. In photosynthesis, it is water itself being broken down. It isn't using water to break another molecule down. What the students should have written is that the light-dependent reaction uses light energy for photolysis, where water is broken down into oxygen, electrons and protons. And finally, the biggest error that is repeated over and over by students, it's the use of the term hydrolyzing hydrogen bonds. This came up loads in the summer, again in our hydrolysis reactions essay. Hydrogen bonds are not proper bonds. They are electrostatic forces between molecules. We do not use a molecule of water to break these so-called bonds. So if you find yourself writing hydrolyzed hydrogen bonds, please, please, please change it and use the term break hydrogen bonds. This is our number one error. So now we've reviewed the common errors, refined your understanding of why they are wrong, let's test your recall of what you should be writing. Pause the video and complete the statements. So let's review your answers and check you are secure with this terminology. Ultimately, a lot of terminology errors comes from not fully understanding the core definitions of biological terms. So when you're revising, make sure you spend some time testing yourself on these definitions.